Hi. It's been a while since my last devlog, but I got some stuff done on my game. I'm gonna save the best for last, so if you want to skip ahead to the more interesting things, you can do that. But let's see. First of all, I started working on the first level. It's not that interesting. I haven't done much because I needed a bunch of other stuff to actually do things, like NPCs, puzzle stuff, probably a couple more enemies. So one of the things I worked on is this button, which it's really simple and it didn't take me long to make. You can shoot it and then it will activate something, and that's it. A typical button. I've also got this janky looking gate which can be activated using the button. That took even less time, I think. With the button and the gate out of the way, one of the more interesting things I worked on was the key. It's not just some simple key that when you pick it up it just increases the counter. No, this one, when you walk into it, it summons a new key object that follows you. I got the idea from Pico Park, if you've ever played that game. I had no clue where to start, so I just Googled how to make thing follow player in Godot. And I found GD Quest's Steering Behavior series. And I borrowed the majority of the code, but I did have to do some work to make it work for my game. The biggest change is all of the followers would follow one point, and each one would have an offset because they were like children of something. But I needed to make mine. I didn't know how many keys Obama would have, so I couldn't just use an offset easily. It's a little hard for me to explain, but I'm not here to be a teacher, so I guess it's fine. So if Obama has no keys, the key is just set to follow a position 2D that's behind him. And if he does have a key, it's set to follow the last key's position 2D that's behind it. And they all make a nice little line and follow each other. I also have this health bar, which I don't know, it's a health bar. There's not much to say about that. One of the very time consuming things I did was work on save games, and oh my lord, it's still not even completely working. I saw this one video by GD Quest, and it showed you how to make save games using the built in Godot resources, but they released a video relatively recently saying that it's very not secure because you can run code through it. So now I gotta fix that. So that's fun. I think that's all like the really uninteresting things. I mean, that's pretty much all I did too. But now it's time for a little rant about dialogue boxes. You know them, and you might love them. Dialogue boxes. They are the bread and butter of any narrative driven game. And I made the fatal error of trying to make my own from scratch. There weren't a lot of decent tutorials on them, so after spending a while, I finally got it to work for the most part, and I decided that I should make a tutorial since there weren't many good ones. As it turns out, I'm shit at making tutorials, but that's not the point. While I was looking up ideas to borrow from other people, I came across this little add-on for Godot called Dialogic, which just adds dialogue boxes to the game for you, and you can just type in your dialogue. Dialogic is very robust, I guess, and I would definitely recommend taking a look at it if you're making a game in Godot that uses dialogue boxes. And yeah, I think that's about. Wait, what's that sound? Oh yeah, I forgot I made the first boss for the game. Her name's Dalapine, and I spent way too much effort on editing that Smash Bros. Meme. So Dalapine is currently incomplete, but I'll show you what she can do right now. So first of all, we've got the idle state, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, but if you don't know what idle means, then here's the Google definition for it. Got it? All right, good. Next, we've got two states because while I was writing the script for this, I realized that I'm dumb as shit. So the move and attack state are exactly the same in function, except the move state she moves while attacking and the attack state she doesn't. The code is almost identical too. You can take a look. And I'll probably have to do something about that in the future, but for now, She basically has three attacks. She has a close range buckshot. She has a mid range straight shot. She has a long range lob shot. And that's pretty much all the attack and move is. The move she'll move away and towards Obama, depending on distance. Next, we've got the dash state, which she'll just run straight at Obama. And if she misses, she'll hit the wall and she'll go dizzy. But if she gets close enough to Obama, she'll do a short hop back and then buckshot him. And here we've got the jump state. And basically, she jumps from one side of the stage to the other. And she's supposed to throw butter down, but currently she doesn't do that. So just imagine that there's butter falling down and exploding or something. And her most important character defining move is the butter slide. It's like the dash state, but better. She'll slide back and forth over and over. And this was the most annoying to code. I ran into a lot of funny issues like this one, where she would just blast into Obama and they would both disappear into the ether. But the butter slide state as is a little too easy to dodge. So I might have to do something about that in the future. I'm just not sure exactly what. Maybe she'll also throw butter while she's doing that. But that's for future Splurt to figure out. And I think that's about all of the important stuff I've gotten done on the game. So if you like the video, do the thing. Oh, you're still here? Well, that's good. I've got a couple of questions for you. First of all, I would like to know if anyone's interested in watching me stream development on the game, because it would pretty much just be coding, and that might be a little boring, but if enough people are interested, I'll do it. And my second question is, well, I was thinking that maybe there should be an unlockable mode called Extra Thick Mode, where all enemies and Obama would be extra thick, and you could just go and be a little chonky boy and roll around and go pew 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 and pew pew pew, all the way to the boss at the end, which is a goblin. Pew pew pew. So, if you think that's funny or a good idea, leave a comment. Bye bye for real this time.